So in terms of sales funnel, I'm assuming you know the basic concept of a sales funnel. You don't have to have a fancy sales funnel, okay? Like bring the entire psychology of a funnel on a website. Now, there's a key question. What is the difference between a website and a landing page or a sales page? So you need to train ChatGPT with all the information about you, about your business, about your target audience, about your offer, and then bring it a psychology into it. So I'm going to walk you through ChatGPT prompts that I used to build my funnel that's really converting well. Or generally, people can start off with this prompt. Here, I'm going to even address the objections. So people always come up with 3 objections, right? It's, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I have to ask my spouse. So to do this, you can actually tell ChatGPT, I'm going to start a membership doing this. Can you ask me 20 questions or 10 questions that help you to understand about my offer?
Hey everyone, welcome to Pivot to Thrive podcast. This is your ultimate destination to elevate your mindset, marketing, and sales strategies for ultimate business growth. I'm your host, Dr. Priya, and I'm here to inspire and guide you on your journey to financial independence. My mission in life is very simple: to empower entrepreneurs like you with simple, actionable insights and easy to implement strategies that will transform your online business into a thriving success. Now, here's the deal. If your current strategy in life or business isn't working, don't quit. Just pivot. And it's important you understand that the goal for pivoting life and business isn't just to adapt and survive, but to truly thrive in growth, success, and abundance. So, in this podcast, we'll dive deep into the mindset shifts you need to break free from cultural barriers and embrace your true potential. We'll discuss cutting-edge marketing and sales techniques that you can apply to your business right away. Together, we'll create a powerful belief system that will guide you towards the life you truly desire. So, grab a cup of coffee or even a fancy glass of wine, and let's start pivoting towards the success you've always dreamed of.
So today we're going to talk about sales funnels and how you can unlock the power of ChatGPT. As you know, it's just taken the world with the automations and things it can do, and it is scary for some people who don't understand the usage, because I literally got in trouble with a group when I posted how to ethically hack sales funnels. So people started becoming nasty, and I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for negativity. So I had to delete the post. It's for people who don't understand the terms like funnel hacking. Like ClickFunnels was where I started my life. And they use the word funnel hacking, and it's a huge $1 billion event that happens every year in the US. So funnel hacking does not have to mean anything nasty. It is just a technical term used to not to reinvent the wheel, and you do something which is already working. So we're going to get to that in a minute. So today we're going to talk about these 3 key topics. So we're going to talk about funnel hacking. How do you ethically hack other people's proven funnels so you don't have to do it the hard way? And I'm going to give you the exact ChatGPT prompts that I use to build my sales funnel that is really converting well. And also, if we've got time, I'm going to demonstrate it live on how you can offer stack to create a sold out offer. You might have a fancy looking funnel, but if you don't have a really high converting offer that people are going to be really wanting to buy, then there's no point in having that fancy funnel and spending all the money in driving traffic and just doing all the tech work behind that. So we're going to be talking about how to offer stack to create an irresistible offer. So very quick introduction about me. My name is Priya. I like to show off as Dr. Priya because I completed my PhD in bioinformatics. I used to be a university lecturer, and from university lecturer to business coaching has been quite an interesting journey. And I was side hustling till 2021. So I had a 6-figure paycheck, and then I was side hustling in the online space, trying to figure out how can I make money without trading time. Because after I moved to Australia, I found the retirement age is very late and people just live paycheck to paycheck. So there's lots of expense. And I was trying to find out a way where I was not actively trading time for money. And that's how I started my life with ClickFunnels, learning how to design funnels and what is funnels and psychology and everything. And then I went into social media management. I invested in Tyler-based courses, multiple coaching. My coach is based in the US. And after that, I found out business coaching was something that I love doing for a longer period of time. And business coaching, I kind of narrowed down into marketing and sales because that's the kind of the main spine of the business. I believe if you get your marketing right, if you have the right sales strategies, then that's when you can call it a business. Otherwise, it becomes an expensive hobby. So I kind of doubled down into marketing and sales in the business coaching umbrella. And now I'm more narrowing it down into digital product space because that's the true core on why I started my business. I didn't want to trade time for money. So digital products, anything you can think of, courses, you can think of coaching, you can think of virtual summits, you can think of memberships, anything paid element in the digital space where you do the work once. I don't believe in complete passive income. There's nothing passive per se. You got to do the work, but you would not be doing it very often, or you wouldn't do a lot of work. So once you do it, it's there. You've got the digital asset. You can repurpose it. You can use it however you want. So I've got my, pretty much my presence on every platform you can think of. I've got 2 YouTube channels. I've got podcast. And my 2 business brand names, Pivot to Thrive, which is my core business coaching marketing brand, and Soul Designs I started last year with a more spiritual context to it, more intuitive coaching and subscription boxes and things like that. So that's a little bit about me and why I do what I do. So this particular training today, where we're really going to focus on sales funnels and how to get your sales funnels right with the use of AI, is for you. If you're struggling to navigate and optimize every step, if you don't understand, oh my God, how many stages, how many steps are there in a sales funnel, and you feel very much overwhelmed with the complexities, so I'm here to help you today. If you really face writer's block, like it's completely blocked, you've got things in your head, but you can't put it in a very, very persuasive copy, then I'm going to give you some strategies that can help you. And if you're really finding it challenging to understand and connect with your target demographic, because the struggle we have is whatever is in our head, you got to put it on a paper in a way that it's going to reach multiple styles of learners. So that is always a challenge, and you feel there's something always missing because you've got so much value that you bring to the table, but you do not know how to convey it in the right form, in the form of a sales letter or a landing page or an opt-in page. So I'm going to help you to overcome that challenge. And if your conversion rates are pretty inconsistent, if it's low, then we can look at what's happening. And if you're really overwhelmed with all possible options, people talk about ClickFunnels, people talk about Kajabi, Katra, so many different options out there. Is it worth spending that money on those subscription softwares when you don't have a huge traffic? That's definitely a question to think about. And you're keen to scale your sales funnel to multiple offers, build bundles, then we can talk about that. You've spent countless hours spending on revising your sales funnel, split testing, or if you don't have the time to even do a split test, then we can look at what we can do. And getting feedback from clients have said something, you want to incorporate those feedbacks, but you don't know how to tweak your copy or how to incorporate it, then this is definitely for you. And you're always chasing the next big trend, like people talk about, like ChatGPT is on a huge trend right now. So you're curious, you want to know, then definitely you're in the right place. And you've invested already in multiple tools, but you've not got that return on investment. So we can look at what we can do to get that return on investment today. So one thing, if there's one message that you're going to take away from today, I would definitely anchor this message in your head. All right. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to do it the hard way unless you want to. So basically, you just have to do or follow the trend, follow the framework that's already working for somebody. Might not be the same exact framework, but you kind of get the whole idea and map out what is already working in your niche. If you're in relationship coaching, how can you really mirror and model the stuff or the framework, the steps that is working for someone already successful in your particular niche? How you can infuse your personality, how you can infuse your personalized message to it. That's what you need to target. So do not reinvent the wheel. This is where people collapse time. All these successful entrepreneurs, okay? So even, like I said, ClickFunnels, you can think of Tony Robbins, everybody big in the market. They are not doing anything unique. All they do is either they collaborate with somebody who's got a huge audience and try to tap into their audience, or they kind of follow the framework that's worked for most successful people. So it's very ethical, and you got to do it ethically in a way that you always infuse your services, your personality into it. You're not copy pasting an exact funnel. So in terms of sales funnel, I'm assuming you know the basic concept of a sales funnel. You don't have to have a fancy sales funnel. Okay. Yes, I said that. So I have developed a sales funnel on Wix, like bring the entire psychology of a funnel on a website. You can still do that. If you don't have the budget, if you don't have huge traffic that you can pump audience into your funnel, in that case, I would definitely recommend bringing the psychology of the funnel onto a website. Now, there's a key question. What is the difference between a website and a landing page or a sales page? The website has multiple tabs. There's always chances the audience or a prospect who lands on your website is going to hop onto different tabs. They're going to get distracted, or they're just going to hop off without doing the actual action. So the landing page or a sales page is designed to do one outcome, what you want. So that's what is my next slide. So you have to have one outcome in mind. If you want to capture email to grow your email list, then that becomes an opt-in page where you capture their email list. If you want to sell your book, if you want to sell your course, then there is a psychology for a sales page. So if you want to walk them through a multiple offer, so you've got like a tripwire funnel where you've got a low ticket offer, and then you give them an order bump or a one-time sale. So there's so many things you can do, but you don't have to do everything. So just have one outcome in mind. When you're planning a sales page, when you're planning a campaign, what is it I want to do? I want to grow my email list. Okay, that's the only thing I'm going to target. If I want people to get on a sales call with me, I'm only going to drive traffic to my Calendly or a booking page where people can book a call with me. So have one clear outcome. People always think, okay, I'll give a payment link here. I'll give a call link here. If they do have questions, they can always book a call. So if there is an option where I need not pay straight away and I can book a call and delay things, because we are still operating from a primal human brain, caveman's brain, right? Our brain only needs excuse to snap out of things that we have to do because that's easy. So you don't want to give your audience that particular options with multiple things so they get confused. A confused brain will never buy. Okay, so you need to have that clear one outcome in your particular strategy. So it works and people tend to do that outcome. Now, when it comes to ChatGPT, I'm going to show you exactly how I built my sales funnel. You can have as generic prompt like this. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to build an exact sales funnel, how you want it. So you can use people say, oh, it just spits out some random stuff. It doesn't help. It's because it's only as good as the questions you ask. It's only as good as the information you feed and train. So you need to train ChatGPT with all the information about you, about your business, about your target audience, about your offer, and then bring it a psychology into it. So I'm going to walk you through ChatGPT prompts that I used to build my funnel that's really converting well. Or generally, people can start off with this prompt, okay? Generate a high converting sales script for a particular product or service, give more information on that, targeting a particular target audience in a particular location. Or if it's global, just say, I've got clients all over the world. So it doesn't have to be geographic specific. It doesn't have to be specific to Australia. It doesn't have to be specific to America. So please focus on unique features and benefits that will persuade them to buy. So this is what my call to action is. I really want them the sales page to focus on the benefits and features, and it has to be in a persuasive tone for them to click on whatever giving them to buy, right? So this is another generic prompt. Please suggest high converting landing page targeting audience for the service category. I want you to include ideas, SEO-friendly headlines. Here I'm targeting SEO-friendly headlines, taglines, headings, and persuasive copy that addresses objections. So in the previous slide, I was only focusing on features and benefits. Whereas here, I'm going to even address the objections. So people always come up with 3 objections, right? I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I have to ask my spouse. These are the 3 common objections that I get all the time: time, money, and spouse. So if I know that these are the objections people are going to throw at me, I have to be prepared with responses. This is not a sales call where you get an opportunity to sit with them one-on-one and have the conversation. So that does not become a digital product where you're not trading time for money. So your sales copy should do that work for you. Even when you're sleeping, when somebody lands on your landing page, the landing page should be able to convey all those copy or information you want to convey. It has to create that emotional triggers and it has to do the job for you. So think of it like a VA that works nonstop for you in your absence. All right. So in terms of funnel marketing, these are the different technical stuff that you will come across. You've got landing page copy, you've got an upsell page, you've got downsell page. If you want to downsell, you've got order bumps, thank you page, onboarding email, you've got sales email sequence, ad copy. So if you're not familiar with all of these, I wouldn't stress too much. All you need is one page. Okay, that's called the landing page or the sales page. And you've got all the information psychologically driven for a particular person to take an action. So if you want them to buy your course, it'll do that for you. So all of these elements of funnel and elements of sales, you can do it with ChatGPT. So let's quickly look at an example. So I've taken the thread that I actually use. So this is live, what I've done. So I want you to, I can send you the link if you want. This link, if you type, it'll take you to this exact thread what I used. So I have used a script like this. I'm planning to create a digital membership that helps coaches and entrepreneurs with co-working opportunities and templates and resources to do their marketing to increase their sales. So initially, I wanted to give a co-working space. Okay, so this is real how I developed this one. So I've mapped out the transformation of my buyer. So I would imagine having a Google document, that's your working document, and you'll be shuttling back and forth with your ChatGPT and your Google Doc. Now, one question I get asked a lot is ChatGPT 4, because I've been using the paid version for, I think, 6 months now. And the paid version is definitely better. But if you're just starting out, I wouldn't expect you to invest it. GPT-3 is pretty good than what we would write. But if you're really invested and if you do want to get some good copy out of it, then GPT-4 is recommended. But I wouldn't use it as a particular resistance or an excuse to not do the work and blame that GPT-3 is not good. I need GPT-4. So it is good. So I wrote what is in my head, that I'm planning to create a membership option, and it looks like this. So these are the things that I mapped on my Google Doc and I copied. What is a problem or challenge that your ideal client is facing? So to do this, you can actually tell ChatGPT, I'm going to start a membership doing this. Can you ask me 20 questions or 10 questions that help you to understand about my offer? So this is how I got these questions. So ChatGPT gave me these questions and I answered these questions. So this is how you make it super, super powerful, right? You ask the right questions and it gives you the list of questions that it wants to know about your offer. And you give it the response. Okay, these are the responses to your questions. Now you understand everything about it. So it's very conversational. I love when I say, oh, thank you. Oh, I love this. Or I'll be like, oh, you sound like a bot. Okay. So you can be very honest. You can use please and thank you. So it's up to you how you use it, but I just love it. It's just part of my everyday life. I've got a remote team of VAs. They use it all the time. And it just saves us so much time when we have this, when my brain is fried, I can't think about it. It just gives me directions and pointers and saves me a lot of time. So it's always better to use this than starting from a blank canvas, right? So these are the questions ChatGPT asked me, and I've given the answers. So what is a problem or challenge my client is facing? And I've given it all the answers that it asked, right? And then these are the questions, and these are my responses. And then this is my prompt to ChatGPT. Can you write a compelling sales page? So compelling is the word that I want ChatGPT to understand. For this, acting as world's best copywriter. So you need to tell ChatGPT what is the role you're giving it. Okay, I want you to act as an email marketing strategist if I'm writing an email sales page. If I'm coming up with a social media content calendar, I would say act as the world's best. So just hype it up. Okay, act as the world's best social media strategist.
Hey listeners, before we jump back into today's episode, I want to tell you about an incredible opportunity that's perfect for those of you who are always asking these questions yourself. How can I earn more money? How do I get more customers without spending on ads and fancy funnels? How can I generate recurring income without selling all the time? How do I create wealth without trading time for money? How can I transition from being a one-person show to mastering delegation? If this sounds like you, then you're going to love our sponsors for this episode, the Pivot Mastermind, a life-changing 6-month intensive experience designed to help you launch and scale your digital empire. But that's not all. One of the standout features of this mastermind is that each attendee gets a dedicated virtual assistant to handle the admin and social media marketing tasks. That means you can focus on what truly matters, growing your business and enjoying the freedom that comes with it. Don't wait any longer. Click on the link in the show notes to apply today and take the first step towards transforming your business and your life with the Pivot Mastermind. Now let's get back to today's episode.
And so here, I'm not just asking you to be a copywriter. I'm asking ChatGPT to understand Russell Brunson's ClickFunnels framework, because I'm a big fan of Russell Brunson's framework and it's proven to work. So I just want to understand how this works. And then it'll be like, oh yeah, sure. And then it gives you a headline. It gives you a sub headline. It gives you a little bit of information introducing your membership program name, because I didn't feed it my membership program name. And then it gives me step 1, step 2, step 3. Here is what you will gain. So it gives you pretty much everything. I was not convinced, right? It was very generic. So the next prompt I gave, I've added a few more information about who's this membership for. Okay. And then I wrote all of this, blah, 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 blah. And can you include this in the sales page copy? Trust me, you become very lazy because you just ask ChatGPT to do it. And then it revised it by introducing. So I've included my offer name, the done and dusted crew. And then I've got everything here, right? And then I want you to, so it forgot. I want you to include who's this for and what they get in membership in greater detail, because it was not good. So always it's not the best when it gives you information in just one shot. You need to revise it. You need to really, really revise it to elevate your game. And then, okay, it gave me all the details about it. I'm like, I want a better sales page. Like, really, ChatGPT, I'm depressed. You're not giving me a good job. So what I'm going to do, I found a sales page, like a Facebook ad that popped up, and I love the look of that particular funnel. So I said, I will feed you parts of information from a sales page that I like, and I want you to act as an expert copywriter in sales page and tweak it to my membership content. Do you understand your role? It's a very good question, right? So this is what I want you to do. So already it has understood about my offer. I've already trained ChatGPT with my offer. Now, what I'm saying is I'm going to feed you parts of information from a sales page, and you already know my offer. So I want you to tweak it to match my offer. So this is from the particular sales page, and then it basically tweaked it to my offer. Okay, so I just gave it this information, and then it wrote everything. So I'm like, stop it. I don't want you to write a full sales page. Just tweak that exact content I fed you to the membership content, and let's build it in phases. You see how you give clear instructions. So once I gave this particular blurb, it started writing the entire sales page. I'm like, no, stop it. I only want you to redo this portion. And then absolutely, I understand. I apologize for the misunderstanding. I love it when it's very conversational, right? Let's go through it step by step. Here is a direct tweak of your provided content. So now it's understood its role, right? I'm going to give you a content. You're going to tweak that element and give me for my offer. So this is like typical funnel hacking on how you can do the work without having to think about the psychology and things. So this is called funnel hacking. Go to your competitors page, which is really doing well. Like the top guys are the ones that you look up to. And if they have a funnel that's really performing well, you can tweak it with your offer. So this is called funnel hacking. And this is how 9-figure businesses are built today. Okay. So it's the easiest, smartest, ethical way of doing it. So you're not literally stealing someone's thing. You're using that framework. You're tweaking it to your content, and then it's definitely not going to be the same content. You're going to really tweak it to what you like, infuse your core values into it, infuse your personality into it. So, and then there's a bit, can you rewrite this with benefits of joining the membership? Because I've fed all the information, it becomes easier. Okay. And then, so I fed different parts of information, and then it really spit out the entire contents. And I'm happy to show you the funnel that I've built from this whole thing. So this is the actual funnel, which is live on my website at the moment. So it's a done and dusted membership, which is a monthly membership, marketing membership, completely done for you. So remember, I told you it's a co-working space. So if you want them to write in short bullet points, it'll write in bullet points. If you want them as a table, it'll list it as a table. It's amazing, the stuff that it does, right? And then you can also ask it to write 10 powerful taglines that'll help me convert just lurkers who are just browsing complete cold leads to paying clients. And then it gives me a list of things. And then I say, I want you to include that it helps you time block and get your marketing done in 1 to 2 hours per week. So this was when I was planning to do it as co-working space. Yeah, now I've converted it to a done for you marketing. So when I'm changing the entire sales copy or the offer, I don't have to create a new thread. I have to go to the same thread. So you've got all the information there. So you don't have to refeed the information. Okay. Now, this is where I think it gets interesting. I want to tweak my offer to done for you model. Okay. So till now, it was only a done. What is the model there? It was done with you model, right? So people will get on a co-working space. Gave them a co-working space. They have to come to the Zoom room and still do the work. And it didn't work. Like people who were there, they were not happy. So what I wanted to do, because I've got a remote team of VAs, I thought I will introduce a done for you model where my VA team will do the work for them. So 12 posts, so 3 posts every week will be completely done. So we get on a call, marketing roadmap call, last Friday of every month, which is next Friday. And then we'll do the complete marketing for you. So 12 posts, $97, which is my launch price at the moment. Usually it's $197 from 1st of September. We do it for you. So I had to really include that offer. So I'm like, how does this offer sound to you? Really asking ChatGPT, I want to change this to this. Can you tell me what problem this is solving, being a critic? So I want to act as a critic and really tell what happens. And then it tells, oh, it's a very attractive offer for many busy entrepreneurs and business owners. Here are some key problems this service could potentially solve. So this is like giving you the big picture. So you've got the idea in your head. This is what I want to solve. This is what I want to do. But this will give you an overarching idea of all the problems that it can solve. So time constraint, lack of expertise, consistency and quality, conversion optimization. It's just those powerful terminologies that it can come up with. Okay. Now, as a critic, here are a few potential concerns. It's telling you the good stuff, and then it gives you, it's a very generic content. Since your team is handling multiple clients, there could be concerns about that. Cost. Okay. It could be expensive, but it's not. Communication, measurement. So it's just giving you a general idea. But, in terms of cost, $97 or $197 is no brainer for an entire month's content. So things like that. You need to still take this with a pinch of salt, right? So can you suggest how I can overcome these concerns without much hassle? And then it gives you things. So it'll really help you to drill down and bounce ideas to get your things right. It could be your offer, it could be your copy. Even you getting clear on your head is really important. Now, can we start to tweak the sales page based on this new offer? Of course, I'd be happy to help. And then the same thing. It seems like a lot of work, but it's very rewarding. Trust me. And then with the done and dusted crew, somewhere I would have said, hey, you don't remember that. It's funny how it's like, oh, I'm sorry. Just going to search for it because this is my real work, right? This is like I've done. I don't like this question. Sometimes I'm really mean. No, something more anchoring as a pain point, like you really tell it what to do and then it'll tweak it. Okay, one last thing in this funnel and then we'll move on. No, you need to tweak it to influence. So it's very funny. So my apologies for the misunderstanding earlier. Here is a revised section. So it's very courteous and it done it. So I'm like, okay, I've got a client who has paid. Now I want to drive traffic to a thank you page that has links to all the links like my private Facebook group, Stripe links to manage payments, Slack channel. What else do you suggest I add to create an upsell? Now I've sold my membership. Now I want to create an upsell. And in the thank you page is the option for me to create an upsell. So what can I do? Now it gives me all possible things that I can think of, like surveys, community invites, testimonials, success stories. Anything. Okay. So I want to ask a question. So everything you can do, like tweaking it to a problem solving question. So starting with an idea of your particular offer to building your sales funnel, building your upsells, everything can be done. So I'm happy to share this link for you to review. And this is the final sales page that is live and is converting. Right? So done for your marketing membership, achieve time freedom, and then you've got a call to action here. So everything here is how it works. Join 1, 2, 3. So this is not the exact funnel what I hacked, but it kind of gives you the psychology on how I want it. And obviously your template, everything matters on how you're going to bring it to life, your elements and things like that. So all this. So this was built on Thrivecard because Thrivecard gives you annual membership, like one-time payment, and you can do it. So this offer is there. If you want to make use of it, feel free to jump online and come and join the Done and Dusted crew. So let's quickly wrap up in the next 5 minutes. So funnel marketing. The importance is actually bringing, and you give it as much as information with all these different elements on the prompt. If you just say, oh, write a sales page, it'll just write something very generic because the prompt is very generic. You have to specify the tone, like you want it professional, you want it assertive, you want it persuasive, you want it warm, friendly, formal, casual, anything. And then the format, like write it in bullet points, write it in a paragraph, write in the form of a table. So outline it, outline the ebook content, just write the index or write the description for an event or tagline. So whatever you want to mention the format. And as I mentioned earlier, I want you to really, really mention that you have to give ChatGPT a role. I want you to act as a copywriter, email marketing strategist, or somebody who understands Tony Robbins. How will Tony Robbins answer this particular question? Ask that question. It's a very interesting question, right? I'm facing a problem. How would Tony Robbins actually understand and face this question or things like that? How would he act in this scenario? If I were to be coached by Tony Robbins, what do you think will be the powerful questions he would ask to help me get out of this challenge? Something like that. So you can give examples of a specific style. For example, you can say, hey, I'm preparing this particular webinar on ChatGPT to give sales funnel. Can you give me examples of the worksheets or activities that I can do live so that my attendees can get the most out of it? So it'll give you, okay, you can do such engaging activity 1, 2, and 3. And you need to be very clear with your target audience, who you're targeting in terms of your sales page, in terms of your events, in terms of any offer. Who are you targeting? It's very, very important for you to understand that. I thought I would just do a very, very simple case study. So you've got a very fancy sales page, right? But then if you don't have anyone or if you don't have the offer that's going to convert, then there's no point in having that fancy sales page just sitting right there. So I call this value stacking, not me, like Russell Brunson calls it value stacking. So how do you value stack to just come up with a killer product? So say, for example, like a lot of online coaches, consultants, trainers, they come up with courses, right? Online courses. So you can do scarcity marketing. Okay, I've got a sale price ends in 1 week. I've got only 3 seats left. Whatever you do, I'm going to sell a course for $9.97, right? And then people look at it. They're like, okay, how to do a sales page? Imagine this is a course. And I'm going to say it's $9.97. I don't think so many people would have hopped in and registered, right? So $9.97, you anchor that price, all right? And I always tell my clients, don't think the money is a problem, right? When people have money, like even in terms like this, where the mortgage interest rates are so high, you go to any shopping center, it's full. People still buy lots of things. So people buy what they want. It's just that either you've articulated the value for that $9.97, or they're just not ready, or they're not your ideal clients. So always, it's not just about you, right? So let's anchor the price $9.97. Now, crickets, I don't have any inquiries. I don't have any sales. Now, what do? Should I lower my price? No. What I can do is value add. So this is called value stacking, right? Instead of just having just a course, okay, you pay, you get access to a portal, you get my course. That's it. Now I'm going to value add. I'm going to say, hey, I'm not just going to sell you a course. I'm going to actually value add. I'm going to get on a call with you every month. I'm going to get on a call, like a group call, 60 minutes or 90 minutes, and you get to ask questions. So there is accountability, there's mentoring, there is support, which is valuable, like much more valuable than $9.97. And I'm going to put you in a private Facebook group so you can ask questions. It's not, you don't have to wait for that end of the month to get on a call with me. I'm going to give you a Facebook community where you can ask questions. You've got like-minded business owners who are going through the same journey as you. So I'm going to give you a community. I'm going to give you lots of worksheets, lots of bonuses. And the best thing, it's not time sensitive. You've got lifetime access. Well, people are like, wow, that's amazing. I've got lifetime access, and the monthly calls lifetime access. I've got a private Facebook community. I get so many templates and worksheets that I can use straight away. So, okay. All right. 50% there. Okay. This seems good. Not bad. Now, okay. That's still not a killer sale, right? So what am I going to do? All right. So I'm going to do all of that I promised. Other than that, I'm going to get on a call with you, like one-on-one, 60-minute, 90-minute. I'm going to audit. So I call it my power pivot trademark strategy, right? So P stands for product and pricing. I will audit. I've got a different heaps of questions to help understand if you've got the right product, if you are pricing it right, if there's a value ladder, upsell or downsells that you can create to serve different tiers like low tier, mid tier, and high tier kind of offers. And O stands for online and offline presence. So I'm going to audit all your online and offline presence and really identify gaps. And then warm lead generation. So do you have actually a lead pipeline, or are you always desperate that you have to sell? And then evaluating your actual sales process. Okay, so whether if people land on your Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, do you have a clear strategy where you can walk them through and convert them into paying clients? So from prospect to a client, what does the journey look like? And R stands for retainer or retargeting existing clients. Like, people don't realize they've got thousands of dollars sitting there in their existing clients because they've not retargeted them. It's easy to sell to somebody who's already trusted, taken their card and swiped on your card, right? So you don't go back to them, give them an opportunity to work with you again or create a retailer membership. So this is my power pivot audit that I do, 60 to 90 minutes, give you a complete roadmap for the next 60 days or 90 days that you can implement to fix all the gaps and get results. People are like, wow, this is amazing, because I charge $250 plus GST for 1 hour of my time. So I'm going to give that for free. Okay, that's already like worth the money. I'm also going to give you a marketing roadmap at the end of this call. Okay, so I'm not reducing the money. I'm going to value add. People are like, wow, 90% there. Wow, this is great. Now, I'm like, this is still not a killer, right? So I'm going to give you my fully trained virtual assistant who will work and implement the marketing roadmap that I have mapped out for your business, specifically based on whatever outcome you want. And they will work on your business for no additional cost. Okay, so audit is done, roadmap is done. My VA will be doing it for you for the next 60 days, no additional cost. You get access to all other aspects of your business and my lifetime access to my vault, bonuses, coaching, blah, blah, blah. Will you be okay with 997? It'll be a heck yes, right? So if you think about it, it started with a plain Jane kind of a course, and we value added it with so much value. This is just an example. You don't have to do the exact thing, but this is just an example on how you can layer multiple things. So most of it there is just one-time work, right? So I've done everything. It's there in the vault for a lifetime. I've done all the bonuses. It's there for a lifetime. Facebook community, no-brainer to manage, right? So lifetime access to the portal, no-brainer to manage. Power pivot strategy, 90 minutes of my time, and then 1 hour to prepare the audit and things like that. When you get good at it, it becomes easier. I've done this for 4 years for my life, so I can do it quickly now. And I've got fully trained VAs that I can implement in business. So this looks like a no-brainer, but the kind of impact and influence and the income it's going to create for the clients is going to be massive. So always 10x is my standard. So if they give me $1,000, they get 10 times more return on their investment, 10 times more return on whatever they pay for. So this is how you value add and stack it to get the most out of the clients. Okay. So you can create a pretty mock-up. If you want any of these bonuses, please reach out to me. I'm happy to email you my ChatGPT workbook, which is complete prompt guide. I've got a social media strategy workbook and content planners and so much. So this is about all the sales funnel stuff that you can do with ChatGPT. I hope you enjoyed. If you do want to have a one-on-one call to discuss your specific business, I'm happy to get on a call with you to understand more about your business and how we can really do it with AI. Like, I've had business masterminds and people take literally 6 months to get where they want to be. But right now it's shortening the time using AI. So I'm revamping my entire course dashboard, all the offers, because they don't seem relevant to today. The last 6 months, the world has changed so quickly that it's irrelevant, right? So I really want you to understand that the world is changing very quickly, and I want you to adapt to the changes, because businesses who adapt to changes not just survive, but they thrive, right? So thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. And if you do have any questions, send me an email or get on a call with me, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
I truly hope you enjoyed listening to this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it just for you. Please follow Pivot to Thrive podcast on the platform you're listening to right now. It would mean the world to me if you could leave a review, and I'm so excited to see you on the next episode. Sending you loads of love, positive and healing vibes your way. Stay blessed.